I do not know why I am going live tonight because I am tired as fuck. I am so tired. I do not know why I'm live, but I am live because of some farcical nonsense that need to be said so we can have a whimsical, fun old time. Whimsy, whimsy, mimsy, mimsy. Right. We have my crispy minis here by Hostess. Oh my gosh, look at this. We have 6 candy bars trapped inside a plastic bag. We have some pizza flavored Pringles. That's right, Dave Barber. Pizza. I feel a sneeze coming up. Oh my gosh, thank you. And oatmeal cream pies. All right. Right. It's time to get out the drawing board. Okay. So, the topic at hand here, right? The topic is Antarctica. Antarctica is the topic. Global warming. We have so many stories to cover. We may never complete the whole story because it Good effing morning, Ian to the F. I can't get my hat on. Anyways, Antarctica, global warming. Over in this corner, we have the UK. My pen has died. I will get a new pen. Because this is really important. And in fact, I may need to get a drawing board here. I need to figure this out though, and I need to figure out a setup. A setup. A setup. A setup. A setup. Okay. Okay. So we have UK in this corner, followed by exile. And we're gonna put this into another category. 1642. Okay. Now in this corner, we have Australia. Well, I just started the stream actually, and I haven't seen Dave Barber anywhere in any of the streams since I got home at 12:45, whatever the hell it was that I got home at. And then in this corner, we have Australia. And its representative, Mark Raleigh. Mark Raleigh is a great dude. He doesn't like me anymore because I won't absolve him of this Antarctica crap, which he started in the first place because he got mad that we were saying Antarctica in another chat room. So this leads me to believe that he is part of the problem. Bum, 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 bum. Ooh, I still think he's a great guy, though. So whenever he wants to resolve his issues, he just needs to tell me why he doesn't want to talk about Antarctica. We will never know, I have a feeling. Bum, 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 bum. He's probably in bed with Bev J. Actually, he's probably in bed with Gibbsy. So, over here, we have Mark Raleigh, the President of Australia. No, the Ambassador. What? The Ambassador. Okay. How does Canada come into play here? Ooh, that was a recent development. All right, so up here we have Canada, which we will draw a line all the way down here to the ancient Cree. What? The Cree. Now we know that there was a magical wardrobe as well. What? Okay. Antarctica. This will come right down here. Wardrobe. Wardrobe. We'll start over here with the cave. Ooh, the cave, the gleba, the bats. Oh my gosh. So much to write. Gleba, bats, rats, all in one circle. All right, don't forget the dumpster, because the dumpster was somehow brought into a desolate place and put next to a cave. Dumpster. We're going to write how next to it, because we need to talk about how the dumpster got to such a desolate place. We don't know if a helicopter transported the dumpster using chains and transported it somehow all the way to the cave of the Cree. No, the Behemoth Caves. Bum 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 bum. The Behemoth Caves. You know, Ian Fletcher. You know, Char lives in the Behemoth Caves, right, over in northern Canada, and you know that there's no way to get there because she's the last remaining Cree. Ooh, that's another category. The last remaining Cree. The last Cree. In 1700. All right. So check this out here. We have Antarctica global warming, which all started in the UK, but it also started in Australia because the UK sent their rejects in 1642 to Australia. From there, Australia sent their UK rejects to Antarctica to steal land for global warming purposes. The United States believes in global warming, but Antarctica is causing the United States false belief. Antarctica is just taking more land from everybody that they can in Antarctica. by using the UK rejects as tools. All right. So that takes care of 1642, the exile in the UK. And Mark Raleigh's the representative of from Australia, right? So Mark Raleigh is receiving. Mark Raleigh is located in Tasmania, the prison of Tasmania, and he checks in all the exiles and he checks out them for when they transfer to Antarctica from the port of Tasmania. They've got a port on the other side of their island, on the closest side to Antarctica as possible for easy travel purposes. Okay. So that's Mark Raleigh's role in everything. He knows what we don't know. Bum, 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 bum. And we are getting to the bottom of this. But there was a new development this past month because we discovered the Cree there's only one remaining Cree left in Canada. And we know it's Shar, obviously. We know it's Shar. The Cree is Shar, the ancient Cree. There's only one person left from that tribe. And we need to figure out why there's only one last remaining Cree in Canada, and how did she get there? Where did she come from? Where was the Cree created? Bum, 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 bum. So, the theory is, how does Shar get online all the time and talk in YouTube chats? Let's go there first. So she uses a gleba. She lives with bats and she talks to bats. And she's got some rats because somehow she has a dumpster out there. And we'll get to that topic in a second. So the gleba is a device she uses. But how does she get electricity if she's in a desolate cave? The cave of the behemoths, somewhere in the great northern Canada. All right. So she looks into the bat's eyes, and the bats look right back into her for about 5 to 6 hours while she charges up. She turns around, walks over to her gleba. She looks at the gleba for about an hour. The gleba charges itself, and that's how she gets online and tells everybody she's at work. And then when she's on her way to work, she turns around, looks at the bats, turns around, and she says she's back at work, so she gets on YouTube again. And that's why Shar is always at work. She's working on something with bats and rats. Oh my. All right, so we talked about the gleba. We talked about the bats. And we talked about the rats. All right. We need to talk more about the cave. How big is this cave? How deep is this cave? What kind of stuff does she have in the cave? We will never know until I discover it. This is why we're doing the research. Okay, so we talk the dumpster. We know Brock Hershey and that gay Philip character from the other chat. You know they live right behind her dumpster, but they rarely get talked about because they're not really. They're boring. They're boring chatters. They are just boring. So we don't talk about Brock and Philip, the gay lovers, behind Shar's dumpster. So we won't talk about that. But how did the dumpster get there? That's a good question. We will figure it out. And so we know that Shar is the last of the Cree. And in 1700, something happened in Antarctica in 1700, because we now know, as of 2 days ago, that the Cree originated from Antarctica. So what I think happened was the UK rejects that were in exile, that were supposed to be getting more land for Australia, ran the Cree out of their environment. And so the Cree had to use their magical forces and locate their magical wardrobe in the center of Antarctica. They had to dig real deep, though. And so the wardrobe took them to a place far, far north in Canada. That wardrobe happens to be located under the River of the Behemoth. So we know the River of the Behemoth. We know the River of the Behemoth is located in the way, way, way up north in Canada somewhere. A couple hundred miles away from the Cave of the Behemoths, where the last remaining Crete is located. So we know they were rent out, of course. And so they all went through this wardrobe and ended up in Canada. And there's lots of caves in Canada, and now we know why. But there's only one last Cree left, and her name is Shar. She is over 6 feet tall. She claims to be 55 years old, but we probably can assume she's in her 60s. And she sleeps with a lot of chat people. And since she's over 6 feet tall, we can just assume she's also a man by the way she chats in the chat rooms. Right. So we talked about the wardrobe. And that's how it ties back into Antarctica. So it comes full circle here. UK, Australia, the Cree, and the wardrobe. It all makes perfect sense. It all comes... So in 1642, there were a lot of people from the UK that were weak. They were just peasants. And whoever was the king or the queen at the time sent all these losers to Australia. And Australia used these losers and sent them to Antarctica to steal more land from the other countries. Australia owns 42% of Antarctica. All the other countries only own 7%. And the United States claims that Antarctica is melting at a rapid pace. But how come Australia, every single year, they own 42%, yet land goes missing every single year? How do they continue to own 42%? It's not global warming. Every single country now owns 6% of the Antarctic territory. That's down from 7%. But Australia still owns 42%. How does that happen? It's called they send the UK rejects that were exiled from the UK in 1642. They send them to Antarctica to steal land from every country that owns it by moving the sign 4 to 5 inches every year, just enough so nobody else notices that they're losing land. They take out the Australian sign, move it a couple of inches each year, and pretend nothing happened. And that's why the United States has this theory that global warming is real. Global warming is not real. It's just people stealing land in Antarctica. Like, seriously. Come on. I think I have discovered the truth on global warming. And I think everybody needs to hear me out a little bit. It's Australia's fault, right? But it's also the UK's fault too for sending their exiled people to Australia in the first place. Australia, like, seriously. I've discovered everything. Now I just need to work out the details, and then I will locate a publisher. All right. Here's my first place award. Wheat and Shaw. I just won my first place award. I do like you, Zenny. I do like you. I just had some news to share today that required all of my attention. I can tell you're not a reject, Zenny. No, King Henry would not have sent you away. And hello, Ian Fletcher. It is so good to see you at my chat room. Just this makes complete sense, and I'm so glad I was able to talk some of it through. I have not talked all of it through though, because we need to figure out how the wardrobes came into existence. We also need to talk more about the Kree, right? I also want to talk about what happened in 1700 as well, because that's really important. 1700 was the year that the Kree had to escape Antarctica, and somehow they ended up in Canada through a magical wardrobe. Hello, Zed. Oh, yes, I already said hello to you. Duh. Oh, and yes, I this is actually serious shit right here. Like, I'm totally serious. I wish Shar and Mark Raleigh were here, because they are involved in this story somehow. Oh, the Kree and Mark Raleigh. There's got to be something there. I must explore it. Let's make another note. We need to cross-examine it right here. We just put a line right here. The Kree and Mark Raleigh. Because there's got to be something fishy going on there. Because let me tell you something. If you mention Antarctica to Mark Raleigh, he gets pissed off in another chat room. Which tells me he knows something about Antarctica. And that also makes me think he knows what happened in 1700, I mean. Wait, hold on. It's supposed to be 1500. Yes, 1500. 1500, not 1700. 1500. Wait, hold on. 1642. So it would be 1700. Just kidding. 1700. So it is 1700, not 1500. I'm not making this shit up, actually. I had to think about, I had to remember what year it was. It's so hard to remember centuries of stuff. Now, where was I? Mark Raleigh and the Kree have something. There's something up their sleeves. Did Mark Raleigh create a ruse to eradicate the Kree from Antarctica? Ooh! And did he get the permission from the lead Kree herself? Ironically and iconically, is now the last remaining Kree of Canada. Shar and Mark Raleigh are very important figures in this. I'm still trying to figure out where other people are involved. Mark Raleigh, the Kree, somehow they're involved somehow. We'll get to the bottom of that in a while. Mark Raleigh, the ambassador. We also know that Mark Raleigh was once the president, but he got demoted to ambassador status at some point. So, former president. So we know he was the former president of Australia at some point. The puzzle, the one thing that I want to point out is the UK, Australia, Antarctica, Canada. Canada has nothing to do with the UK. Canada has nothing to do with Australia. So Canada's mysterious involvement is kind of a gray area, right? Canada's a gray area, which could explain the whole wardrobe conundrum. Ooh, I think we may be getting somewhere with the wardrobe and the gray area. Ooh. Wardrobe, robe, and the gray area. Gray area. So now we know Canada is the gray area, and there was a magical wardrobe, which may have been Canada's doing. Canada may have originally created the wardrobe back in 900 BC. 900 BC, good number. Or maybe it's called BWS, before Wheaton Shaw. Or maybe just BS for before Shaw. Oh, because it's BS too. 900 BS, so it'd be before Shaw. 900 BS. I like that because BC is reality terms. I mean, BC is for biblical terms and BS is for actuality. Oh, you see, that's why I named my chat room the Farcical Whimsey chat room, or whatever I named it. It's some sort of farcical whimsy. But none of this is farcical. This is true. All of this. The gleba is my favorite thing, though. I love the gleba because there's only one in existence. And somehow Shar gets her electricity through the bat's eyes. She gets charged, and then her gleba gets charged, and then she comes into chat rooms and says she's at work, and then 10 seconds later she says she's at home. How does she get home if it's only been 10 seconds? We can explain that by her getting up from her gleba, walking over to her bat, staring at the bats like this for 5 seconds, and then walks back over to her computer and she says, "Oh, I'm home now. I am back in chat." And then she says, "BRB." Then she gets off her chair, walks over to the bat, recharges some more, comes back to her computer 3 seconds later, and then she's back in the chat room. Boy, this is a lot of information. Lots of information. Oh, like, you have no idea. I'm a great person. That's why I won this award. First place award. Okay. Oh, hey, look, Bumblebee. Bzzz. Where is my shoestring so I can make a necklace? I'm so proud of this. I think everybody left because absolutely. I don't even know. Chapter 1. There needs to be a preface to this. So the preface has to involve the former president of Australia, Mark Raleigh. Absolutely. Bum, 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 bum. I have not watched Amber versus Johnny Depp, and I'll give you my opinion on Amber versus Johnny Depp. Amber is an idiot. She's a dumbass. And Johnny Depp is a kind-hearted human being. I hope Johnny Depp wins his millions, and I hope Amber leaves the courthouse with her tail in between her legs because she's a lying sack of shit. There we go. I've said my piece on that matter. All right. When you walk down the road, heavy burden, oh, I will rise, and I will walk with you. I will walk with you till the sun don't even shine. Walk with you every time I tell I'll walk with you. Walk with you. But I'll walk with you. All right. 1, 2. Kick out because of wrestling. Pizza in the morning, pizza in the evening, pizza at supper time. When pizza's on a bagel, you can eat pizza anytime. Bite-sized pizza and wholesome little bagels. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, and S, T, D. Now I know my STDs. Next time, won't you sing with me? What other songs can I sing? What else can I help you? What else can I help you? I'm all out of LOL, so lost without XD. I wouldn't be long without Lolsey. He's all out of data, so I couldn't text you. LOL XD Lolsies, find out what it means to me. Wheat and train. Ding 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 ding. Because of wind. Ooh, I should probably go read some of my older comments. I haven't. All right, I was too busy telling the truth. I am incredibly appropriate. I keep things clean like my windows, toilets, and my dishes. I collect dust particles in jars in case of intruders. Have a splendid day. Yes, Zenny, you're always welcome here. Here, have a blue tool. Oh, hi, one like. I totally probably didn't see you there because I was telling the truth about what happened in 1642. Everybody must know that global warming is not real. It doesn't exist, and it's all Mark Raleigh's fault. Oh my god. See you later, alligator, in a wild crocodile. Ooh, Australia has crocodiles and alligators. Oh, I forgot I was streaming still. E B C D E F G H I J K L M N O P my pants Q R S T U V W X and Y and Z. Now you know the STDs. Next time, won't you condomize yourself? Why was 6 afraid of 7? Because 7 was a registered 6 offender. L O L. L O L. If I go fast enough, you can just see the L's on both sides at the same time. LOL. XCLZs. I love my hat. This hat is great. I am relaxing right now because I worked so hard yesterday. I worked so hard to take care of my customers. I think I'm going to throw a tantrum. I am boring now because I think this is I have something here. I need to find out. I need to find. I don't know how many times I'm going to repeat myself, but I think I need to figure out a title for this. The Tales from the Wardrobe. Bum 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 bum. This is a great work here. I want to learn more about the gleba and how it works. I just want to know how she gets electricity from bats. More importantly, how did the dumpster get where it is? I want to learn more about the exile too. The exile in 1642 seems to be a very touchy subject. Canada is the great area. But also Canada has the secret to developing wardrobes. So we have to explore that as well. I don't think the story will have an end. I think I'm going to have to keep digging and digging and digging like I'm on an Antarctic expedition myself. Well, I have not been that entertaining this evening, so I'm going to end my live stream now. I hope everyone is doing well, including Shar and Mark Raleigh. I do hope you two are doing well.